Well, thanks so much. We're excited to make these awards, and as I said, we're going to do more as we come down the pike, and I know that there's a lot of opportunities. There's also a lot of opportunities for some of the great things we're doing with the legislature. For example, yes, Florida's a free state. People have wanted to visit. People have wanted to move in record numbers, and that's fine, and that's a big reason. But one of the reasons that people don't talk about as much as why people like Florida is because with me as governor, we are a law and order state. And so you see how poorly a lot of these law enforcement have been treated in other parts of the country, you know, whether it's Seattle or Chicago or New York, or you name it. They make the law enforcement the bad guys, and then they wonder when crime goes through the roof. And so what we've said in Florida is we aren't defunding law enforcement. We're going to stand with them. We did $1,000 bonuses for every single police, fire, and first responder in the entire state last year. We're going to do it again this year. And we're also doing legislation that's moving through where we're telling people who are being mistreated in these other states, look, if you're qualified to fill a law enforcement position in Florida and you move from one of these bad jurisdictions here, we're going to give you a $5,000 signing bonus because we want to show you we got your back. But we also last year signed legislation that bans any local government from defunding law enforcement. We are not going to let our citizens be harmed by this. We also said there needs to be consequences for action. So you look at like Portland, they will go and they'll be rioting in the street, right? They'll get arrested. They bring them into the police station. They take their mugshot. They slap them on the wrist. They put them right back out, and then they do it all over again. So we said in Florida, if you are rioting, looting, if you're engaging in mob violence, you're not getting a slap on the wrist. You're getting the inside of a jail cell. We will hold you accountable. And to be able to have safe communities, you know, we've had in the United States relatively low crime rates for a long time compared to where it was. And the reason why is because you actually had a commitment to making people serve their sentences, not putting repeat offenders back on the street. You supported law enforcement and what they were doing. If they're putting themselves at risk, you got to have their back. But then what's happened in our country is you have these prosecutors. These are left-wing prosecutors in places like San Francisco and Los Angeles and other places around the country. They get elected to not prosecute criminals. So you can walk into a retail store in San Francisco, and if you steal less than $1,000, they just let you go out and take all the merchandise. And so what that does is, one, it's terrible for the economy and the rule of law, but it breeds more criminal element. It creates more lawlessness in society. And the result is some of these communities are being hollowed out. Yes, COVID lockdowns did a lot, for sure. Yes, they have homeless everywhere in some of these places, but the crime is just totally out of control. So in Florida, any prosecutor that thinks they can disregard the law and not prosecute crimes, we're going to hold accountable, and we're not going to let it stand. I can guarantee you that. Well, thank you all. We appreciate being here. Madison, do you want me to get you something? What do you want? What do you want? Nothing? Get a little shy sometimes. You want it? What do you want? She wants a treat. Okay, so we got to figure that out. Thank you all. We appreciate it.